Welcome to another episode of The Velvet Hammer.
And here we go.
We're going to tell them today.
We're going to talk about my topic.
No,
I stopped us and we were restarting. So why don't you guys give me your topics again?
Okay.
No, we're not going to redo it. We can't redo it. It already happened. That moment has passed.
No, it's not.
We are
I
on
have this
to the
great
next-
topic I
No,
want to talk
no,
about, and it's called
Okay,
about the power of
stop,
no.
everybody. We're not going to do it.
We're gonna
Go ahead and let's just start on the power of let them.
The power of let them.
I'm not
He
going to let
kind
you.
of wants mine
He
because
wants-
mine is the power of no.
We're arguing with each other. We're clearly not letting them.
Okay. As usual, we had a debate about whose topic we're
Wait a
going to
minute.
discuss,
Why are
and
you going
Karen
first?
won. As always,
It's my
she
topic.
controls. Yeah, go ahead. Take control.
No, you should go first. I'm going to let you.
You're going to let me?
No.
Well, no, you got to explain where this idea come from.
Well, let's have him tell us what it is, and then I'm going to knock it down. How about that?
That works.
Okay, go.
Well, Karen wanted to talk about this new concept, which it's not a new concept. A former lawyer who is now a self-help guru, Mel Robbins, wrote a book called Let Them. She, prior to publishing the book Let Them, she was doing a podcast, and discussing some of these principles. She was in her, I think, 40s, somewhere there. Her and her husband were experiencing a significant financial issue, and she decided to recreate herself, and this is who she's become. The concept of Let Them is nothing.
Wait a minute. So we, as lawyers, doing what we do, can't imagine doing anything else.
Yeah.
And she abandoned her profession
Yeah.
because was she successful?
I don't know. I don't know much about her legal career.
Clearly not.
Well, what does that mean?
That means obviously she wasn't successful.
Okay, so she didn't.
If she probably wasn't successful. I don't know that did she talk about it in the book?
No, she didn't talk about the legal career. She
Well-
talked more about her family, financial issues.
But how do you
that-
get financial issues if you're a well-performing lawyer?
Because you're trying to be a self-help guru, so you're
Well,
talking
this is
about issues.
before. But this is before.
No, I know. Well, I don't know specifically what she did. I did some quick reading while you guys were talking about this. And she kind of came, her self-help stuff started when she did a TED Talk in 2011.
Yeah.
That was about what became her first book, The 5-Second Rule, which is making a decision on impulse within 5 seconds of whenever you're going to do it. I mean, I'm paraphrasing in a very simplified way, but that was her first foray into it.
Okay.
This one, I don't know if it's. I
But she
didn't look
had
to see how
already-
many books she has, but she had already established herself as a self-help
And
person.
she'd stopped being a lawyer.
Yeah, and I don't know why I didn't look to the history of that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she was a bad lawyer, Karen. Come on.
Well,
That's right,
I mean,
Karen.
She could. I mean, she just had this idea that she wanted
Why
to
was
tell
she
the rest of the
having
world
financial-
on how to better yourself.
But I thought that she was like in crisis. Like the family was in crisis. They couldn't pay their bills.
That's correct. That's what the book
well.
says. The Let Them book says they had a financial.
And they didn't say why.
No, and then that she, there was something about debt, and then she got through it with her husband, and they were just in a predicament. Laid a little bit of context, but okay, the 5-second rule I'm familiar with, the Let Them theory I'm familiar with. A lot of it is just Eastern philosophy made very simple for Americans to access.
I would even say common sense, not even other philosophy. I mean,
you're right.
I
like that
The
even
let
better.
them theory to me sounds like, the hands-off management that a lot of people do in business, where you allow your employees to do what they're supposed to do and don't micromanage what's happening.
But she talks about her family. People you're like
Obviously, I haven't
emotional.
read the book, so
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so it came to her because really with her daughter, that she was constantly trying to micromanage her daughter's life. She was concerned about her daughter's future, and she wanted to be involved so much in her daughter's development. And one day there was like a dance or something that was going on. There was like a dance, and she just said, "I'm going to let my daughter just do what she needs to do, and I'm not going to get involved." and just let her be her. I'm going to let myself be myself.
Some people would say that is reestablishing boundaries after being codependent. Like, again, what's fascinating about, and she's not the only one. I'm not critical of her. Like, more power to her, and she's very articulate,
Yeah.
and I like the way she uses examples and stuff. But make no bones about it. People are looking for the quick fix, and this caters to it. And it's not snake oil because it's not false, but it is. This is common sense. This is like nothing new.
Yeah, and I mean, like you just said, it's not like I wouldn't take another movement like this that happened a while back called The Secret and say that it's like that. But it's in the same vein of here's something you can do to make yourself feel better. Here's something you can do to make yourself not as stressed. Are those things good? Yeah, but I also feel like it's common sense that people should already kind of know, and making yourself out as some kind of guru with simple concepts like that to me is a little goofy.
I liked her. I'm going to be honest. I liked it when I first heard her on Oprah because I love Oprah. I liked it. And then I wanted to listen to more, and I couldn't bear it. I couldn't bear it. And
why not?
Well, because I felt I haven't analyzed it enough. I feel like I don't think like it's taking advantage of people in a negative way, but I feel like it is too forced. Like, and the way that she presents, like, I don't like that kind of tone, which is kind of pressured speech. It's everything is emphasized, everything is amazing or horrible. It's not natural. It's an over, slightly exaggerated presentation style. This is not my kind of style. I like Oprah, who's way more comfortable in herself. I don't feel like, it makes me anxious to listen to it. I think my mind says, this is just too much. Like this is too overwrought. And I also don't believe in people that give solutions. Like this is the solution to your issues.
Well, give me examples of why you think it's overwrought.
Well, and what do they do? Is the podcast an extension of her? Like they're just kind of talking to people and applying it to real life, or
she actually will either has her own thing, or she has a lot of guests on, who are also self-help people, or maybe they're like one person I've seen. I'll give you some examples. She has a lawyer on. The lawyer has a podcast, and his whole deal is on how to talk to people and get what you want. Get your way with them, or how to diffuse a situation, or whatever. Yeah. He calls himself a communication specialist as a lawyer. I'm just, and so she interviewed him. She interviews often people about being in narcissistic relationships. So she'll talk to different people that have studied narcissism, but she wants to folksy it down, and so some of it's interesting. Some of it to me is not interesting at all. Yeah. Most of it. And all of it is, as I said, hyped. It's a hyped kind of presentation to me.
What she's doing is nothing new. It's been going on for decades.
Yeah.
Dr. Stephen Covey, Malcolm Gladwell. There are like a lot of people that have historically done what she is doing. Where my criticisms would lie with Mel Robbins is that the concept of let them, though helpful in like what I call like, drive through dealing with an issue. It's a drive through way of dealing with an issue. It's like give me a number 3 with a Coke and fries. It's like that. It's like let them. Really, there are limitations.
Wait. An example, do the example she gives to illustrate what you just said of like you're in the line waiting to get to the cash register.
Yeah. So for example, I'm not saying in the line, I'm saying like I'm comparing it to like fast food. It's a fast food solution.
No, yeah, I get what you're saying. You're saying that they're coming up with a solution that they can spoon feed to people who are going to be able to understand it simply.
Yeah.
And wrap their heads around it and then theoretically apply it to their lives, and it's going to make things better.
Right. But the concept really requires a greater deal of emotional intelligence, because you cannot just tell somebody to let them, say, for example, Mike's in crisis and making poor decisions in his life that are putting him and his family at risk. I'm not going to tell Mike, let them, and let Mike just dig his own grave. If I am a friend, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reflect back to Mike his behavior and say, Mike, this behavior is inappropriate. You can't behave like this. This has consequences financially for you, morally for you, and you are better than this. And I will encourage him and persuade him to behave better. What she does is this idea of like removing responsibility from relationship and saying that I will love you, but I'm going to let you be you. I'm going to let me be me. I understand that she's supporting this anti-emotional dependence thing, but I just think that's a fallacy. We all emotionally depend on each other.
It's about she's just trying to riff off of setting boundaries.
Yeah.
You know? But here's an example that she uses, and I can't remember. I think it's from with Oprah. So you're standing in line, and you're waiting for your turn, and there's only one person there at the bank of cash registers. Like, there's no one else there. And now the line is 5 deep. And you're like, where is the other cash register? And then you're looking around like, hey, she needs to call the manager. So the manager can, and then you're looking to see where the manager is. You can't see the manager. And, you know, then you're thinking, well, this is really a poorly run company, and they should have had a better system for this. Their call button should work. And then you become the expert on how they should be running their business, which is increasing your anxiety, and you're getting mad. And that's why you should just let them. They're taking their time. They don't have but one person out there. Just let them. That's kind of one of her examples.
And it's, I mean, like that, as like you said, as a concept, that's been told before. That's been stated before. I can't place which one, but I mean, that's just letting go and allowing the world to happen and not, I mean, as you were describing that, I was like, oh God, that sounds like me. I can imagine that, but I also don't, it's not my responsibility to tell that employee in that store, I'm not their manager, you know, I'm not the owner. You, as a person, need to calm down and let the rest of the world run at its speed. You know, the choice is stay there and wait to buy your stuff, or leave and buy it somewhere else.
But every traditional religious text says what he just said about patience.
Yes.
About self-control, about discipline of thought. I mean, that's what she's essentially reduced to, let them. And, you know, I mean, what I think is super crazy is the, like, amount of people that are so enthusiastic about what she is saying and are, like, responding to her.
That's the internet age, man. Everything's faster now.
I mean, it is faster, but, like, she's talking about concepts that when you say it's common sense, and people are like euphoric when they see her, like coming out of they're cheering and excited because somebody's telling them something as simple as like, hey, be a little more patient.
I think I should write a book. I've just got a great idea.
What's the book?
I think this could be groundbreaking, and I can make millions.
What's the book?
Go for it.
It's called Don't Pick Your Nose in Public. I'm not kidding, you guys. I think I can make a lot of money off of this.
Wait, that's a really good. Okay, so but is it actually about the concept of picking your nose, or are you talking about something more? Like...
No, it's literally don't pick your nose in public. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get a lot. No, what are you laughing about?
Because
our audience doesn't know, but I'm picking my nose right now.
Oh my God, he is
digging for treasures.
And so there you go.
Okay. Well,
I don't want to minimize the fact that I don't think that there's a lot of harm involved unless there is harm involved, because some things you shouldn't let people just do.
Yes.
It's true. I mean, this has been my problem with these types of books since the first time I was made aware of them. I remember when my dad bought and handed me Stephen Covey's book.
Okay.
And my dad used to really read a lot of self-help books.
Yeah.
He didn't necessarily need them. He was a successful person. But I think the point that I was getting at earlier is everybody's looking for this type of solution. So back before the internet, the book would come out, it would get reviewed maybe on Oprah or in the New York Times. And then professional people would be like, hey, wait, there's a solution of things that I need because I need, I want to do a little bit better than I was doing before. And they then go to the people that they know and say, hey, man, you're working as a janitor. You follow these, you might be able to make it into a better job.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I get the need for that, but I also feel like what Karen was kind of pointing out is, and we both have, if it's a common sense thing, or if it's something that's been taught to you by religion or philosophy, then it's been around for a long time and somebody's just repackaging. That's what cult leaders do.
It's all it is repackaging.
Yeah, I mean, it's just taking those ideas and making it in a more understandable route for the modern time.
Yeah.
The Bible was written a long time ago. Not a lot of people take the time to sift through it. It's kind of hard to read. I read it when I was younger, but I haven't read the whole thing by any means. And I don't have parts of it memorized like a lot of people do, but the people that do are taking those old ideas and repackaging those into this type of situation. Hey, let's take this self-help book and use these old ideas. You're never going to know. I found the solution, but the solution was already there.
Well, I think that what she's doing is that she's meeting a demand.
Yes.
And the demand is that people have a severe deficiency in understanding who they are, in their self-confidence, in their self-actualization, like, who am I? And what she is doing is she's providing some food that is tickling that appetite, that is quenching that type of thirst. And so I think I read her book. I've listened to her.
Wait, hold on to that thought before you go to that. The key element, the pervasive element, is it is simple.
Well,
that's the simplicity. People want the quick and easy fix.
But it's also replacing religion. It's taking those ideas that religion used to fill, and with the movement away from religion, like there's less religious people now than there were years ago, and there's, I think, increasing more and more of people who aren't connected to a religion. So now they need something else for their moral compass because they don't have that.
Yeah.
Because they're used to somebody telling them how to think and what to do.
God would tell them what to do.
Yes. Or the preacher.
Or that's God's voice.
Yeah.
That's what I was taught.
But I want to adjust that a little bit. I think that religion is what I think is spirit. I think people are disconnected to their spirit, really disconnected to the purpose of their existence. This is why people need to hear things like this. They need to know that their life has some bigger purpose. When people start to confront mortality and oh my goodness, people are quite cynical right now. A majority of people are quite cynical. Society is really divided. She picked up on that. And what she did is take traditional concepts that have been shared over eons and made it into a little catchphrase.
Okay.
Like a drive-through,
Yes.
let them.
Yes.
And I'm good for her, because she's well-intentioned. I mean, when you hear her read her book, she's a well-intentioned human being. She's trying to make the world a little better. I would rather have people listen and read her book and do what she is saying than some of the other crazy stuff and harmful stuff that's being pushed out.
Okay, but we're not going to go down that route
Why
because
not?
that's the crazy stuff, and we can do that later.
Okay.
We're just going to talk about this let them thing until we're done with it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done with it. No, I'm just kidding. But
Well, and I was going to say too, really quickly on the dark side, that backstory could be fake or partially faked. I mean, Oprah's been, if you go back to James Frey, Oprah got really burned on not knowing anything about that one, and I think that
That's right.
I think that her delivery sounds a lot to me like a publicity coach worked with her quite a bit. I haven't listened to her, but the way that you guys have been talking about it, that's what a lot of this stuff is today. Just marketing. hey, we found an
There's
idea.
a lot of marketing. I do think that she's earnest. I just think that she's, you know, I don't care for the style. It's too overwrought for me. I like a more natural kind of presentation, and maybe that's just her style. And she's, you know, she was a lawyer, and I think a trial lawyer, so maybe she developed a way of speaking, which was over emphatic, which is I don't like over emphatic. Now over dramatic, you know. But I mean, think about all the trouble that you can get into if you just let them.
Yeah, I mean, I said it, but I also want to say is...
I mean, what if my clients came to me and they said, you know, my son was gunned down by the police. We have it all on camera, and we have, you know, they're now prosecuting the police officers, and we think that the city should be held accountable, but we don't really know what to do, and you know, the criminal system's taking care of it, and I mean, I don't think that the police, you know, are ever going to change. So I don't know what the purpose would be, but somebody suggested that we should come and see a lawyer because of this what happened, and I just said, well, you know, you should just let them. Just let them.
No, obviously, but you won't do that. That's crazy.
But
I suspect, Karen,
if you're going to take things to the people, some people take things to.
But that's why these types of ideas are a little dangerous.
They will take it to the extreme.
Yes. Everybody does with anything. But what I suspect maybe, and I'd want to know and ask Mel Robbins, what happened in your legal career that now you're at let them? Because I don't litigate like let them.
Oh, let me give you some
nothing I do.
examples. Let me give you some examples. Lee Top case. Dear defense lawyer, give us the stuff. Dear defense lawyer. Well, I'll get to it when I can. Here's some stuff. I might give you some more stuff, but I'm not sure if I'm going to give you any of this other stuff. And by the way, I'm going on vacation for a month, so you can't do anything about it.
I'm not letting them. I'm filing motion after motion.
You're violating the let them concept.
I am violating the let them concept. Absolutely not. There's no way I would lawyer like a let them concept.
I'm in trial, and the defense lawyer keeps interrupting me intentionally and trying to intimidate me.
Let them, Karen.
Oh, sure.
So it's just not realistic. You can't apply. I wonder if that's something. What I want to know, honestly, when she was a lawyer, were there contentious relationships, contentious experiences that so frustrated her that she got tired of it and said, you know what, I don't want to be in an adversarial thing anymore, and then moved on. And the 5-second rule, which is all about taking a deep breath and before you make a decision, and also the let them. I wonder if that would be interesting. Well, I'd want to know that
because
about her.
We're as trial lawyers of 40 and 15 years experience. We would not be writing the let them book. What would we write? We would be writing the what book?
We would be writing
Hit him between the eyes as fast as you can book.
Meet Ruthless Mo.
Oh, meet Ruthless Mo.
There is no way we would write this thing.
We would write how to intimidate your adversary. How not to roll your eyes in public, especially at the judge. How to do it privately.
How to have a head of the law firm call your colleague and say, he's not collegial.
Oh my gosh. That's right. I mean, our books would not be good. They would not be bestsellers.
It would not be good. No, it would be just how to live in chaos. Okay? How to solve unsolvable problems.
Yes.
You know, how to deal with stress by being aggressive.
How to always represent the underdog.
How to step up to bullies.
Ooh, the bullies.
Ooh. There is no way we would let them. We don't let them.
No.
We rarely let them.
Not even rarely, I'd say almost never.
You can't.
No, you can't. Not in this business. You can't do that.
Oh, how to let them have the last word.
This is why you don't like Mel
Exactly.
Robbins.
This is why we don't like those books.
I just realized.
She makes my skin crawl.
She
doesn't, but her concept
Her
does.
concept bothers you.
I like
totally
it.
get it.
Okay, I like it for the situation where you're in the checkout line, and I am wondering why aren't there more checkers here? I like it in the situation where I'm not engaged with anybody.
Okay,
and
so
I'm just making observations.
This is okay. The book we need to write is how not to let them.
Oh, there you go.
No, we probably get sued because all we would do is take all of our concepts and just flip
And
it.
reverse it.
And just reverse it. Turn the 5 seconds rule to the impulse.
The 5-second rule was the 10-second rule before, too. I mean,
Yeah,
that was the
that's
thing.
right.
Count to 10
Count to 10.
to calm down. I mean, come on.
Oh, man.
Okay,
well,
we kind of dissed her.
We didn't diss her up. We acknowledge that there's a need
there's
for this.
pros and there's cons.
There's pros and cons.
We didn't diss her. We're dissing the whole self-help industry
Yeah.
more than anything else.
Yeah.
No, but she's got a fabulous story. She's doing great. Her family's great.
How many
I mean,
times can you tell that same story?
Well, that's once again, that's my problem with the self-help model is that it's all predicated on the audience thinking that you are rags to riches or, you had a very difficult situation that you were able to triumph over. That has to be the linchpin for that story.
Yeah.
And it's never like I did look up what happened to her, and she was a legal she worked for a legal aid in New York and then became an analyst for CNN and covered the George Zimmerman trial. Then the reason that they were in debt was a failed restaurant with her and her husband. So that was totally outside.
She was only a little bit a real lawyer.
She wasn't really.
Wait a minute. Legal aid. I love her.
How long was she in legal aid for?
I'd have to go back.
No, wait a minute.
It was. She was doing it in the 90s, and
That is
New
a
York in the 90s.
Rough time to be in legal aid in New York.
For how
With
long?
who? With Giuliani in the helm? That would have been the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for how long?
Well, it doesn't matter. She went there.
Okay,
I don't know.
He's gonna like her because she did legal aid. But
Yeah,
she
I
does,
knew.
obviously,
I already love her.
She tried to
Mel,
open
I
a
love you.
restaurant. She tried to be.
She had a
tried
failed
to be-
restaurant, which I didn't look that deep into,
She
but
tried
it
to
sounds
be
like
wealthy after work. When you work for legal aid, you don't care about money. You care about the cause.
But maybe
Props
the
to
restaurant.
her.
Wait a minute. Maybe the restaurant was for her husband. Her husband was like, "I want to be a chef."
Yeah, I didn't
Why?
look-
But she abandoned being a legal
We're
attorney to
assuming.
be a legal.
We
to be
are
a
we are
legal
totally
analyst?
assuming right now. All I know is that
I'm gonna
somebody who
assume.
says I'm going to go work at legal aid in New York in the 90s, I like that.
Okay, you like that.
I like that. It says a lot about their character.
Okay, but why did they leave legal aid? That doesn't say a lot about their character.
Well, I don't know. We got to
She left it to be a legal ad. She left it to be a TV.
I am more.
She likes the
okay.
publicity,
I am more interested.
which is also not a problem.
It's
like
not a problem.
I will say, which is my best side.
Yeah, I'm more interested in writing the book "How Not to Let Them."
Yeah, how not? To
I think that would be a better book.
don't let them.
Don't let
yes,
them.
Yeah,
don't let
My-
them. Is
Don't let
definitely
them.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, we got a bestseller on our hands.
yeah. We do. All right, that was a good one.
We really trashed her though.
No, we didn't.
I'm sorry, Mel, because I do really think that you're amazing too.
I love you. You were in legal aid.
Okay.
Well, that's all for today.
Until next time.